The Dorm Disorder podcast contains real stories, adult language, and occasional chaos. Some content may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Now on to the episode. Welcome back to the Dorm Disorder podcast. This is part 2.
With being a wrestler, it's thin. Look at me, y'all. I'm still thin, right? Still got it going.
Still in your weight class.
No. No. But I used to have to cut at least 4 or 5 pounds before each match or each week. Like just leading up into wrestling season, getting down to, you got to be within like a pound or 2 before the wrestling match, because there's no way, or I'm saying, but like the day before the match, there's no way you're going to get it off of you. So you're wearing the trash bag suits. Mm-hmm. You're wearing like, I would be in like 3 layers of sweatsuits, trash bags underneath it, just jumping rope for hours at night just to sweat off a couple extra pounds. I would sit in the shower with the thing on hell hot and just tuck myself in the corner so the water wouldn't burn me, just so I could sweat it all off. I swear that damaged my body, and that's why I can't gain no weight today. It's because I kept myself too skinny for freaking 4 or 5 years.
I see my classmate with that same sauna suit on, running up and down steps.
Oh yeah,
running up and down those steps to try to drop whatever pound or 2 he needed to drop. And you know, I do a side job where I see fighters have to make weight, and you see them come in and get on the scale, and they're 3 pounds over, and they got to go sweat it off, or you know, they're not going to get paid for all the training and shit they did. So yeah, man, it's I always respected that, because that shit took some damn determination.
It was a kid at Bristol, and Bristol was probably our near peer and most rival.
Yep.
They were a very ragtag wrestling team like we were. The guy that was at my weight class was probably number 3 in the state at the time. He was pretty good. So I would avoid him. I would either wrestle another weight class up or try to cut one down, but I would try to avoid Matt. But they had this one kid that wrestled probably like 145, 150, something like that. It's Bristol. He came from the other side of the tracks in Bristol. He was a hair short of making weight. You know what this dude did to make weight? Took his dentures out, because the whole top right half of his mouth was fake. He popped them joints out. Eek! He made weight. I'm not joking. Anybody at the wrestling team would tell you that the kid he was like, yo, you got it. He was like, yeah, I had to take my teeth out.
I have so mmany questions. I have a ton of questions. Like, why does he have dentures in high school? Like, what is going on?
I would not. He was again, they were our near peer, but we were actually really friendly with them.
Yeah.
They had one of the few teams that actually had a female wrestler. And I'm not going to say what she did to Will Reed that one time. Yeah, Will still won. Will won. But let me just tell you, that was the biggest heel trip takedown I ever seen in my life. It just, whoop, we all laughed.
I need to talk to Will, because you always see that on like a TV show where you're like, oh, you got to wrestle a girl. Like, how do you? Because we're taught to be nice, like, and to actually, and you can't lose. Oh my God, I have another dick story. I gotta save some of them, because I just said you can't lose. It just brought up another memory from the junior when I was a junior in the soccer team. But you can't lose, because if you lose, forget it.
He never lost.
Gerard, you can't, like, and listen, different times, right? But I am saying, like, he would not be left alone if he lost to the girl.
It's 30 years later. We still laugh at him about getting taken down by the girl. And it was, look, I'm telling you, it was the sweetest takedown of all time. We were all like, woo! But in Will's defense, that wasn't like the thing that made it always weird for us with wrestling. Is when we had to wrestle the blind kids. We used to have to wrestle a school for the blind. And we were like, this is no disadvantage for Will.
Yeah, Will had some thick glasses.
So, but the blind kids always wanted to, like, if they were like blind,
yeah,
you had to start the match holding their hands. Like you could not break contact with them. That's how they knew where you were.
Yeah.
I mean, we killed these kids, but we always felt like that was Will's nearest peer when it came to wrestling, was when we had to wrestle the blind kids.
So you kind of segue in the story. I really didn't want to get in this story because this is so embarrassing. But it goes back to how brutal it was at Girard at times. So I want to say this was, I think it was 92, and I was playing, the team captain was Chris, this kid named Chris Canoe, and Caesar Morrison. So there was like some older kids were on the team. And as, I don't know if many people know this, but I was forced to play varsity soccer at 8th grade. I didn't want to. They needed players. And I just wound up starting. So this was a couple years later, and we are playing the school for the deaf. And they're outplaying us. They're like, they are out.
Oh my God.
Outplaying us. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, because we drove so far. I think we were almost damn near down the shore.
Yeah.
We drove so far. I'm like, I can't sit on this bus and ride back knowing that we're going to have to walk onto that campus and say we lost the school of the deaf, right? There's no way. It would never, ever go away. So I normally played center forward, but I started to get aggressive, not in a dirty way, but like I was like jumping in front of balls that were being kicked, blocking them with my body, gaining possession, making a pass out. We're down 1-0. I got stuck back on defense. Now, everybody that knows me knows I don't play defense at all. I don't play defense. I want the ball at my feet and I want to score. That's it. I'm stuck on defense. They are coming on a 2-on-1. Now, prior to the start of the game, the referee came over to us and showed us a hand signal to let the deaf kids know that the whistle was blown and that you have to stop the play. So by your laugh, I'm assuming you know where this is going to go. So they're coming on a 2-on-1, and I made a business decision, and I did the thing over my head to let them know that the referee blew the whistle. The kid stops the ball, turns and looks at the referee, throws his hands up like he's confused, and I turned and kicked the ball out of bounds. The referee, I think, wanted to choke me. Like literally, the referee wanted to choke me. Oh no, I did. It was an immediate red card. The parents on the other sideline and the teachers and the coaches were screaming at me. So I always loved the villain of wrestling, still do to this day. So the fact that they were booing me and were upset that I did that play, and I had to walk to the bus. So I walked to the bus. The assistant coach puts his arm around me and he goes, "That was a great fucking play." He literally said that to me. And we wound up coming back and winning 3-1. And the team gave me an extra bag lunch because after that play, the whole game changed. So I'm not really helping the you're a dick, because and I swear to God, as I sit here, these are all true stories. This is not something I made up. And it's very embarrassing to me to put this on a podcast. And for my family members to see that, but that was absolutely 100% true. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jill, that I told that on your birthday. Happy birthday, Jill. Love you, hon. You married a dick.
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I have never in my life had a point proven so succinctly in my entire life.
And I think the following year I got most spirited, so that was good too.
You were quite spirited.
Most spirited player. Yeah. I love the game. I was always nice to everybody.
Oh,
if something did deserve a trophy named Most Spirited, that was No, it was I feel terrible about it. I do.
No,
but I do. I do, because when you have kids, like if something happened to them like that, I'd be pretty upset. But on the flip side, we got to go back and just say, yeah, we won the game 3-1, and that was, there was no teasing us that we lost. So which I guess was the only thing that was on my mind at that time. Is like, I can't go back to school with this loss. I can't. Yeah.
I gave myself a laugh headache, and I feel like I just at work for real.
My bad.
Oh no, that was amazing. I needed that. That is a perfect story, and I am so glad I called you addicted.
Yeah.
But you might not have thought of that one.
I think it was the elbow story. The elbow story just brought up a whole bunch of stuff.
started off flashing. Like, you know what, Mike? You might have a point here.
Yeah.
Didn't think of it. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I don't even know where do we go from here this episode?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah. So I think 94 was a perfect class for me.
I think it was as well. I mean, I think it was perfect for you. It fit, like, everything about that just fits so perfect. Yeah, are these the old Jones? Like, literally, you wear like no, put them up on the table. Now, you literally got to show those kicks. Are those literally like your kicks from Gerard?
No, these are. I actually went and found these.
What?
And I bought them a couple of years ago. I actually made another pair specifically for my 30 year, but what Nike did was the gray almost looks purple. So I didn't wear those joints today because it wouldn't have looked right. But I looked all over for these.
Like, them is the most Gerard sneakers I've ever seen in my life, man.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna get a snip. Make sure that we post that with this video.
Yeah, gray, maroon, and white. Yeah.
Them joints is fire. Man.
Did you because I want to get into my choice of t-shirt today. I know they had intramurals in 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
Played intramurals. So on East Wing and West Wing in the junior school, there was like certain teams. And there was like, I think on the East Wing they had like animal names. Like one of them was the squirrels. I don't remember. I think the frogs were there. This is where I'm going to need people to jump in the mailbag or in the comments when they see this clip to try to remember. Jay West or Kyle Beatty would remember the names, but or Greg Harris might remember them. But so on the West Wing, it was all the cooler names because the West Wing is kind of like where you're getting a little bit older. So I was on the Fireballs for 2 years in a row. So I went out and I found a Fireball shirt. I wore that for the West Wing intramural squad, our flag football squad. Flag football. 2 years in a row, we won the championship. And there was a house parent. Her name was Miss Garrett. I don't think it was any relation to Dan Garrett. No. But Miss Garrett, I was just out of wearing the Bobos. Like my mom was, would take part of the check the government would give her, and she would get me some shoes sometimes. So she got me some white on white high top Nikes. And I think it was Frank Jackson was selling New Yorkers, or he had an extra pair of New Yorkers, and those joints were neon green. So I put these New Yorkers. For those that don't know, New Yorkers were these really fat laces that would cover up almost the entire tongue, right? So he had neon green ones.
Yeah.
So when I went out to play flag football, I always had those neon green. And whenever I made a big play, Miss Garrett would make a big deal about the play, and then my neon green New Yorkers. So I was Cooper DeJean before Cooper DeJean. I was a cornerback out on that flag football team. It's cornerback. So I always remember that Fireballs were fond memories.
I hated this name when we picked it. When we picked this, Cavaliers.
Do you remember what?
Oh yeah,
how that happened?
Yeah. We did a whole we voted on it basically.
Do you remember why we got rid of the other name?
Yes, of course. Let's go ahead. You know what? That is a perfect thing to talk about here. We talking about sports. Yep. When you have a school of all boys, and now that I think about it, it's just as horrible, if not worse, than a school with all boys. But you got a school of all boys. And however I still like, I need to do some research into what the hell that was back in, I don't know what year they would have come up with that. If you don't know what our school mascot was, we were called the Hummers.
Yes.
Hummers, Hummers.
And the name probably derived in the 1800s, I'm assuming, or the early 1900s. So I don't think the terminology for what a Hummer was really was around when they came up with the name. But as we started to go through time and girls became part of the campus
and cross sports.
Yeah. And it was because they called the school the Hum, which I still don't. I went there for 12 years. I still don't know
what the hell the Hum is.
What the Hum is. So if there's older alumni that see this, just fill us in on what the Hum is, because I'm not. Yeah. I mean, was it a musical school prior to it turning it what it turned into when we got there? I don't know, but yeah, the Hummers was once it spread around campus. What that meant, there was a was it the class of 91?
Not 90.
The class of 90? 90?
Yeah.
That started
I think it started in 90 for
yeah.
sure. And then got real traction to the change in 91.
Do you remember the other options that were there?
I don't. Do you?
I don't.
No, I hated the Cavaliers. Now I'm a little bit okay with it now. But I just thought that it still doesn't, to me, go with the spirit of the school. I mean, a Cavalier is like a French freaking, horseman fighter or whatever.
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard came here not as a Frenchman to be a Frenchman, but he came here to be American.
Yeah.
Okay? And the man that helped bankroll the American Revolution, I'm sorry. It just never sat right with me. Cavalier just never sat right with me. It is what it is now. It ain't ever going back to something else.
No.
But
I do remember voting, and I actually think I probably did vote for the name, because for me it's how it looks, and it was Gerrard College Cavaliers. It's a C and it's a C. So to me, like my brain, I was like, all right, I guess that's all right. Cleveland. I'm like, it wasn't because of Cleveland. Like, we didn't take the name because of Cleveland. We took the name because it looked like it matched with Gerrard College.
And either way, it didn't mean blowjob. So I mean, it's kind of it's kind of hard having the team name like the Gerrard College Blowjobs.
Yeah,
we're gonna be out here just humming everybody. Then we might needed a leather black sofa over here. Kept it the damn blowjob.
Yeah, yeah, man. I remember distinctly that conversation happening, and while we're talking about kind of sports and the mascot name change and the introduction of girls and girls teams, I do distinctly remember that. Particularly when I was with the class in 93, as we were, going up through middle school, the girls had to play on the boys team.
Right.
So we had 3, I think maybe 4 girls that played on the soccer team. I think it was Kim Green, it was Christine, a young lady by the name of Holly Duckworth, and I think maybe Dana Rockmore might have played 1 year. But because Gerrard was unprepared
for having
a girls' team.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like weird that they didn't anticipate that, those girls that started in 4th grade were eventually going to be in middle school, and that they could comprise a team of 6th, 7th, and 8th grade to kind of be part of a team. So I think we were playing in 8th grade, and they broke our team up because there wasn't enough players on varsity. So they took 3 of us from our team, moved us up to varsity, and then the rest of the team was disbanded. The schedule was canceled.
Right.
And then I think the following year is when they started, they had girls teams specifically. So softball, soccer, basketball, Yeah. So it just kind of moved in that direction. But I was always kind of like, and I had a conversation with Kim, or I saw a Facebook post where she had mentioned that, like, they were ill equipped to have a team prepared for us.
Right.
I think it was in the Founders Hall Museum.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in one of those sections where like girls' jerseys and like articles were there, and there was a write up that Kim Green had spoken about it.
I could see, especially for them, like how it would be a more unique challenge because there's no new girls coming. It was by the nature of the fact that, like, especially at that point in time, like new students were cut off by 7th grade.
Yeah.
My class got a little weird, and we brought in people in 8th grade and in 9th grade. And then I think now it's, goes up to 9th grade ever since that. But there was no reinforcements coming. After girls hit high school, that was just going to be however many you got, that's the many you had.
Yeah.
And I think, until you had the wave where you get to my class being actually historic for graduating more girls than boys for the first time.
That shit is crazy to me.
Yeah, 19 girls, 12 boys.
I heard you mention that before,
Yep.
but like that shit is still crazy because I can't wrap my head around that. I think we had 6, 7 in my class.
Right.
Girls.
It was almost 2 to 1 for us. And that really had to do with the attrition. Most of the boys was bad as hell. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, not to get off point, but we're getting towards the end of our time. And I actually, because we were going to have guests today, and there was a story that I wanted to tell with one of the guests. And I had this thing already, so I just got to go for this.
Yeah.
So I think this was back, it might have been in 1996. It was 95 or 96. We have this talent show in the high school auditorium. And Paulette, Diva now, then she was Paulette, now she's Diva, get it right,
Yep.
was going to be, she was very talented and loved to do a lot of things, played a lot of instruments, just sports, everything. Like, she really did have her hands in so many different things while we were on campus. But she was going to sing Janet Jackson's Anytime, Any Place. And there was a shadow screen. And what I mean by that, it was basically a white sheet, nicely framed up. And there was light projected and 2 people on the other side. So all you saw of those 2 people were their shadows and silhouettes. And they had an interesting relationship already at the time. Look, I cannot confirm this part of the story, but being who I was and being on the AV team, so the bull was actually running this thing. So I had my hands in this, set up, tear down, part of the rehearsal, getting things together, moving things, everybody that was in the AV team had some kind of hand in it, whether it be electrical or set management or whatever. We were all over this thing. Now, they probably won't remember this, but about 5-10 minutes before this is about to start, right? If you actually went behind the curtains in the high school auditorium and back all the way to where the wall is, there's actually a set of steps that go down. And they lead to that door. It's a weird door that if you're walking right between the high school and the chapel, right by the high school, there's a door there.
Yeah.
So that's where that door leads out to. But there's also a little bit of storage space over in there. It's pitch black behind the curtain. There's a bunch of people back there. We're all working. Some are acts that are coming on. Some are acts ready to go that are coming off. It's a nice, well-oiled machine. We practice this thing very well. They come running up, drenched in sweat, drenched in it, drenched in sweat. Oh, is that time? Is that our time yet? Is that our time? No. Y'all got like 5-6 minutes. We're about to go on. So Paulette comes on. I actually come down, and my station was actually in front. Sorry. Diva comes on. My station is actually in front. I'm actually helping work in the board as well. So there was a huge electrical board, like right in front of the stage. So the lights come on from behind the curtain, and they start going towards each other. They're dancing, but they're moving towards each other. What happens next is epic. I mean, just chef's kiss. It's beautiful. Whatever they was doing down at the bottom of those steps, they continue to do behind that screen. And Paulette, Diva, it's hard for me. She's always just, it's continuing to perform. She does not know what is occurring behind her. The rest of the student body is like, oh, and really like, what is happening next? The boy is sitting right next to me. The boy is getting mad. He's like, oh my God, what the heck is? And finally, when it just got to, I don't know what these two did. He's not a little dude. He was still a little sturdy back then. And bouncing or something, who knows? I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was so disturbing that the bull finally reaches up, grabs the electrical wire that is lighting the light behind the screen, and pulls that wire out. And all of a sudden you hear the entire high school student body go, oh. So I immediately leave my station and go back behind the curtain. And everyone is dying. There are a bunch of people back there. They are cracking up. And I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, when she done, he coming back here and he is pissed.
Yeah.
He was on fire. Show ends. Diva was actually like, she helped kind of put this thing on, if I remember correctly. She was kind of like the headliner. It ends. Everything goes. He comes running back there. Blah, 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 blah. You kids are gonna get me fired. And he storms off. We bust out laughing. We fell out, all of us. It was hilarious. It's not funny. It was. I really wanted to tell that story today.
My God,
it was one of the best you had to be there moments.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Wow.
Diva was like, "What happened?" And we was like, "They was damn near smashing right there." And I didn't actually know back then.
That's crazy.
I suspected they were smashing back then. It was actually many years later that I found out that's what was happening.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah, that's the story I was like really hoping to tell today. That's sad.
That is shocking.
See this chair? We would like to have other people here joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully next week we got somebody next week. So hopefully they arrive. I'll keep working the phones to make sure that they're able to show up. But yeah, we're supposed to have a couple people sitting next to us today that wound up not making it, but I think we still held it down. We still got some stories out. We got some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this weekend of Dorm Disorder. Again, remember, like, follow, share. Please subscribe. That'll actually let you know when we drop these episodes. At this point, you're actually seeing them. We've dropped the episodes, but definitely subscribe. There's going to be so much more content. Look, we've already decided there's going to be a second season.
Yep.
Because I buy my shoes from Temu to save my money to do these episodes, okay? You seen them joint on the Temu? Yes, those $12 joints, they inspire. I know. Don't tell me that they look good. I already know. So, look, we want to see you. We want to see you guys here. We want to definitely grow this community. We want to actually bring on more people from other boarding schools. If you've been to a boarding school and you can resonate with these stories, dormdisorder@gmail.com. Reach out to us. Yeah, and if it's something that you want to hear us talk about, but you don't want to be here, honestly, drop it in the mailbag. Let us know. If you got a great story that you want to tell, but you don't actually want to come up here, drop it in that mailbag. Let us know. We would love to talk about these things. So thank you, all of you that are supporting us and a part of this community. And if you aren't a part of this community yet, join us.
Yep.
Outro music.
All right, Gerardians. All right, you Hummers.
You have been listening to the Dorm Disorder Podcast. Until next time, lights out.